I have a Lennox unit giving an E411 on the circuit board under the panel. I've looked up what it means, but I'm not sure how to address it. Any suggestions?
How old is your Lennox unit?
6 years, I believe.
How long has this been going on with your Lennox unit? What have you tried so far?
Compressor hasn't turned on for about 3 days. I had a tech out, but he said it just needed to be cleaned. I'm cleaning it now. Could that have really been the cause?
Anything else we should know to help you best?
Not that I'm aware of.
Hello, would you like me to spend a while searching up the readout on that code? I need the model number of the Lennox unit. Or if you want to tell me what you found, that would be more efficient. If the condenser was dirty and it was a hot day, the outside unit would have tripped its high limit switch. We can go from there as needed.
Are you able to see MMS MSGS? Customer attachment June 3, 2020 12:21:15 a.m. It says it's from low pressure switch strikes lockout. Customer attachment June 3, 2020 12:23 a.m. Lennox MNXC 1704-2230-05.
Thanks. Pressure and low pressure switches are in the same circuit in the outside unit. So if it was a very hot day and you have not cleaned the outside unit's wraparound fin coil in a few years, that would be the problem. It tripped the high limit switch. If the system was not cooling well, because of a refrigerant leak, it would have tripped the low pressure switch. Also, if you set the thermostat below 70 F on a cool night, the cooling coil would form a block of ice and low limit switch would trip. If you have good airflow from the vents, the system is not iced or most of the ice is melted, but the inside coil is still too cold to let the low pressure switch close. The high pressure switch is very often a manual rest type. Reset through a 1-inch round hole in the outside unit cabinet near where the wiring connects. When you have what you need, locate the finish and rate your expert link near the top of your page and click on it to close the question. And enable follow-up at no additional charge. I appreciate your business. Post back for any follow-up, coaching or training you might need on the same dime, so to speak.
Temp was less than 90 degrees with 20% humidity and stat was set for 74. It was dirty though. It says it was the low pressure switch, not high. How do I reset it?
Through a 1-inch hole in the outside unit cabinet if it is manual reset type. Most are manual reset. It is entirely impossible for the electronics to detect the difference between high and low switches. They are in the same wire. A bit about myself. I am a retired mechanical engineer and mechanical contractor with 27 on staff when I sold the company, age 80, still consulting nationally. And with over 11,000 questions answered successfully here on JustAnswer.
Okay. I'm not seeing any switches or holes on the compressor unit. There is a little button on the circuit board. What does that do?
Take close-up, exceedingly well-focused photos of the wiring diagram. It is glued to the outside unit electrical controls cover, and I will mark that up with troubleshooting instructions. Photos not taken close-up come out blurry when I enlarge them. You can push the button if you wish. There are say a million boards on the market. I've only seen a few thousand of them.
Customer attachment June 3, 2020 12:52:48 a.m. Customer attachment June 3, 2020 12:53 a.m. Customer attachment June 3, 2020 12:53 and 28 seconds AM.
Thanks, it did indeed trip the low pressure switch. That happens with the cooling coil is iced over or when the system very low on refrigerant. A set of refrigeration service gauges is needed to go further. The printed circuit board or the low pressure switch could be bad also. Not likely in this case.
Okay, thanks.
Locate the finish and rate your expert link near the top of your page and click on it to close the question. I appreciate your business.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.